Hi, this is Bridget with Life on Spectrum, and today's episode is about masturbation. Now, unfortunately, for some of you parents, this might be a very uncomfortable topic, or some of you may even have a religious background that may not suggest that masturbation is quote-unquote acceptable. However, I'd like to just stress and point out to you that unfortunately, it is kind of human nature for some of our students to do it. So keep that in mind when you're listening to this episode. Take what you can or take what you would like to use and then go from there. The first and foremost, what I'd like to mention to you is masturbation can go on as early as, I've seen it as in first and second graders, especially for boys. They like to figure things out, but even girls because of a sensory issue thing. So just be aware of that. And I just want you to just be ready for those conversations. If it starts that early, I may suggest that you should start going to a family therapist, also see a psychiatrist and also your family doctor, because you may need some help in that area, especially at that young age. But if it comes to a later date, like the normal or typical, especially when they start hitting puberty, then I have a few suggestions. My son was a habitual masturbator, and hopefully he's not watching this episode because he'd be very embarrassed, but he was very habitual, and I finally had to have a conversation with him about a couple of things. First, cleanliness. You need to make sure that they're cleaning themselves and the area around them. At one point in time, it became so bad that I actually had wet ones and an actual garbage can by his bed because he just would not stop. I then actually took him to his therapist and we had a conversation about it, and we made a rule of having it once a day. I know that sounds crazy, but until he got through that phase, we had to do something to control it. The other thing I need to make sure that you're aware of is make sure they know where and when to do their deed, I guess you would say, or masturbation. I did the mistake of saying, Brian, you can always do it in the bathroom or you can do it in the bedroom. I never specified your bedroom and the bathroom at home. Make sure you're very specific. There was one occasion that I vividly remember that he was actually masturbating at a friend's home in their bathroom. And he said to me, but Mom, you said the bathroom, and I should have been more specific. So make sure you're very specific in details of when and where they can actually do it. The other thing I also wanted to talk about is making sure that, like I said, washing hands and making sure that they know it's normal. There are several different books, and I mentioned them in a previous episode, but make sure that you actually read them and actually talk to them and say that it's not just that, that is a part of puberty, but it's also not the only thing out there that you should look forward to. However, make sure that you're to the point and that you use specifics. Do not use your TT or your tatas or whatever the case may be. Make sure you use vagina and penis and be very specific with them. Also, remember very specific locations. You would be amazed of how many people on the spectrum have been caught masturbating on their front porches because in their minds it's in their house, and that's when they can get in trouble with the law because they're actually in public. So keep those things in mind. Specific area, specific time, making sure that they're clean, and good luck. Read up and just keep calm. This is Bridget with Life on Spectrum. Thanks for watching that episode, and make sure you come back and join us again for upcoming videos. They'll be uploaded almost on a daily basis. Also, if you really enjoyed us, like us below, or even leave a comment for us to respond back to. And if for all of you that are really involved in the Life on Spectrum, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you. We hope that this is worthwhile for you, and we'll see you next time on Life on Spectrum.